I'm Ashley Hacker for The Rewind, and it's time for Back to the Arcade. Today we're reviewing a classic arcade game from the 1990s. My fondest memories of the arcades are being a kid without any quarters and still pretending to play this machine while its attract mode cycled and bellowed out its theme song. Since 1994, Sega's Daytona USA has been a staple of arcades. Its networked gameplay brought up to 8 players together at once, and examples of this game can still be found in arcades today. There have been a few ports of Daytona in the past. In the 90s there were ports for the PC and 2 separate ports for the Sega Saturn. When the Dreamcast came around, the game was ported again, this time with vastly improved graphics, but the gameplay was little like the arcade classic. Now, 17 years after the original arcade release, Sega has brought Daytona USA to Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network. So how does this port stand up? The straightforward answer is, it's arcade perfect. Well, now presented with widescreen high-definition graphics, the overall feel, sound, look, and play to the game is completely unchanged. Networked gameplay for up to 8 players has been replaced with online support for up to 8 players over the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. If this port has any major issue, it's that it's just a direct arcade perfect port. There has been little expansion of game modes, no new tracks, and no new cars. For the arcade purist, this will be fine, but it's little to attract new players who would already be turned off by the game's vintage 3D graphics. For those who remember the game from the arcades, the price is relatively attractive at only 800 Microsoft points or $10. The classic soundtrack remains, but it can be toggled for an arranged soundtrack which features more modern versions of the songs. A challenge mode adds a short distraction to encourage players to achieve different feats within the game. It's the experience of a wheel with force feedback and your feet against the pedals that really bring you back to the arcade. If you're a fan of Forza or the Gran Turismo series, you may already have a racing wheel for this simulation game, and you'll find it's just as good for this completely unsimulated experience.